Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. Today, I bring you guys loot from 1,000 Gryphons. You're going to need 51 Slayer and 45 Sailing for this, as well as completion of the quest Troubled Tortugans. And speaking of which, you are going to be needing a Tortugan shield, and the inventory should just look like this, just prayer potions and a cannon if you decide to do this in multi-combat. Let's go ahead and see the loot, and let's have a good time today, guys. Hope you've been enjoying sailing so far. Not gonna lie, it was pretty rough on day one for me, but day two went much smoother. So as we enter the cave to the west, you can see the Gryphons here, and these are not in multi-combat, which is a pretty spacious area here to the east and to the west where you can just kill them one at a time. But then you have the location to the south here, which is where I decided to kill them, and unfortunately I did not bring my Tortugan shield, so you're gonna be seeing the difference between not having that shield and having that shield. These monsters are usually just gonna be using a melee attack on you, so you're going to want to be protecting from melee the whole time so you don't take any damage. But if you don't bring the Tortugan shield, then they are going to have an effect to throw you back, and that's where you're going to take a lot of damage. As you can see here, 10 and 14 damage taken. It is intense, and that is because I was not equipping the Tortugan shield. So after I killed about 100 of them, I finally realized what was going on, and I banked and I grabbed my Tortugan shield, and now they're not going to be able to throw my character back. I'm not going to be taking any more damage just because of this one shield, so it is a huge benefit to have, and I just want to point that out early on so you guys don't make the same mistake that I did. So I'm pretty much brand new other than the quest to killing this monster, and we're just going to be exploring all the drops today. As you can see, we get feathers every single kill, and you know, I would recommend a bone crusher here, but I was just tracking all the loot on RuneLite, so I didn't feel like bringing a bone crusher. Already seeing mithril cannonballs, and it is important to note that they also drop adamant cannonballs, so we're going to be picking up those two throughout this video. I did bring a seed box because there are occasionally seeds being dropped, as well as a gem bag for the gems and a herb sack for the herbs. The kills are very quick, especially since they are able to be cannoned. They are weak to magic, these Gryphons, particularly air spells, but I just decided to use melee. And with the Slayer reward Bigger and Badder unlocked for 50 Slayer points, there is a chance for their superior version, the Dire Gryphon, to spawn. Outside of 4 Slayer Masters, you can kill this monster off task. The only difference is you can't kill the boss version of this monster off task. According to the Old School RuneScape wiki, just a little over 2,000 of these have been killed so far and have been tracked accordingly, so the drop rates are unknown for every single one of the drops, which is a very rare occurrence for a video of mine. You know, usually the drops are known. I do hope this video and many other videos to come does help with that problem, because we're going to see a good example of 1,000 kills today in the RuneLite loot tracker. So we'll see pretty much what the normal drops are like, and if any rare drops are being able to be obtained, hopefully we get them today. The main rare drop that I would say is the most valuable here is the Horn of Plenty. As you can see on screen there, the buy price is 30 mil, the sell price is 4 mil, so I'm not sure if anyone knows how much money to spend on this item, but you can actually obtain it from these Gryphons. And I know the spelling is a little strange, Gryphon. So, you know, at first I wanted to say Gryphon, but I believe the pronunciation is actually Griffin. And I do think that this stems from mythology. Isn't there like a bird, you know, long ago named the Griffin? So I'm pretty sure that's where they got the name from. The only trivia about this monster is that Grimnash, which is an NPC encountered during the Grim Tales quest, is a Griffin, and it is unknown what connection there may be between Griffins like Grimnash and the Gryphons like those found on the Great Conch, but, you know, just something to keep in mind there. Wow, not even 300 kills into the video, and we managed to get the Horn of Plenty. I don't know how rare that is. I'm going to take a guess and say either 1 in 1,500 or 1 in 3,000. So I think to get it with just 300 kills in is absolutely incredible. When I looked at the price on the Old School RuneScape wiki just about 30 minutes ago when I got that drop, as I was about to trim this video, yeah, I was stunned to see such a high buy price. I really am curious when this item will stabilize, but yeah, I think I got it like 280 kills in, so that is incredible to see. If you're curious what the Horn of Plenty does, it's an offhand item that provides an invisible boost to the Hunter skill when you have this item equipped, and you do obtain it from the Gryphons. When uncharged, it provides a +2 boost, but it can be charged with Gryphon feathers, and that will provide a +4 boost instead. It consumes 1 charge every 1 out of 25 Hunter catches, and it can be toggled on to give a 1 in 10 chance to to double a hunter catch, including chinchampas, pearls, and monkey tails. The combat stats are not that great, but yeah, this Horn of Plenty first appeared in June 2025 in the sailing beta, but it was not obtainable. It actually used the model of the Tome of Fire, so it's interesting to know. We will see how much money this does end up selling for in a few days and then in a few weeks when this item decides to stable out, but I was incredibly happy to see it on the ground, and that is yet again another collection log from this monster outside of the feathers. So yeah, that is incredible. We are over halfway into the video so far. I was just using a whip and proselyte, but again, if you bring a rapier here and Torva, I'm sure you could get probably 500 kills an hour, and as well as, you know, having a better cannon going that just, you know, ups your kills per hour as well. So it depends on what you want to do here, but no matter the speed of killing these monsters, whether you're on a Slayer task or whether you just feel like getting some collection log drops, or maybe you want to go for that horn drop here, just keep in mind that this is going to be a set 1,000 kills. So once you guys see the loot and the price check, you can kind of figure out what items you think are worth picking up and what items you might as well just leave on the ground. Not going to need any high alch here because there are no alchable drops, and there really isn't a wide variety of drops. Pretty strange drop table. I mean, you have swordfish, you have watermelon, you have empty sacks. You also have these very interesting drops that are called frags. You have the pillar frag, the elkhorn frag, and these are basically coral pieces, but I'll be getting more into that in a future video. So yeah, there's just all sorts of interesting drops at these Gryphons, and you guys know me, I wasn't so excited for sailing to come into the game because I personally did not vote for it, but I am certainly excited to see all the monsters that come into the game because of this skill. And you know, new islands await, new monsters await, and this is just the first of many that are going to be shown to you guys. So make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and with all that being said, loot from 1,000 Gryphons has been completed. Let's go ahead and see the price check. Well, we started with 50,000 cannonballs, and it looks like I used just about 5,500, maybe a little bit more than that, but yeah, with that being said, 1,000 Gryphons have been killed. And something to keep in mind, I tried my very best to pick up all of the feathers, so yeah, I think you are guaranteed feathers every single kill, and then sometimes you get extra feathers. But yeah, a little bit more than 5,000 cannonballs used, probably just about a dozen or 2 dozen prayer potions, and yeah, I really didn't use too many supplies here. Let's check out the overall loot. Looks like 1,000 Gryphon kills comes out to be, well, according to RuneLite prices, 992k, but we know that's not accurate, and since this is an Iron Man account, I can't sell the horn, but we do know it is definitely at least in the millions as it goes for how much it's worth. You know, it's very nice, unique, and I will put it to good use. About 600 myth cannonballs and 100 adamant cannonballs from the Gryphons, so not that much, but pretty cool drops in general. Alright, and from the 5 hard clue scrolls that I did manage to get, nothing from the first 3, and then all of a sudden, 1 in 10k, Armadillo D'hide Shield. What an awesome reward. We also got a master clue, which as a matter of fact is going to lead us to a mimic, so let's go ahead and see what we get from the mimic. We got about 1.3 mil extra from the hard clues and 380k from the mimic. Not too bad. Well, back to training sailing on the Iron Man and the main account. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Gryphons are amazing. Check them out. Very low requirements and pretty good loot. Not too bad at all. Huge thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, xXzoticx, Gentle Jester, the Mr. Borgia 2, and DaeDogGaming. Until next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.